Hello, I know this isn't exactly uni diary, but kind of is because it's been what I've been thinking about a lot. Um, and the topic of today is gay marriage and gay rights, or as they should be called, human rights. Now, I don't want to make this too personal, but a couple of weeks ago I did get into quite a heated discussion with a boy about gay marriage and gay rights, and I ended up getting really upset, really upset. I'm not lesbian or bisexual. This is just something which really bothers me because I think it's exactly the same as sexism and all of that kind of thing. Is just a basic human right. They're still humans. Like, I don't understand why anyone could possibly be against it, but this boy, or I suppose he was a man, was heavily Christian, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong Christianity used in the right way. I've known loads of Christians. I know they're some of my closest friends. They're really great people, and Christianity is often used to spread love, but I just don't like it when it's used in this way, because I feel like instead of spreading love, they're extinguishing the love, gay love, which is exactly the same as straight love. Contrary to what you might expect, I'm not going to use this video reading out all the reasons which they're wrong, because in discussion I realised that there is nothing I can say that will make them see that they are wrong. They're never going to change. If they do, it won't come from me, it will come from them. So instead, I'm going to talk about voting. What I'm going to be talking about is why you should, even if you don't agree with the whole concept of being homosexual on a personal basis, you should still vote for gay marriage and for gay rights. My first argument comes from doing quite a lot of research into Mr. Alan Turing. He was arguably one of the greatest men to ever live. He was highly influential in so many different fields, and I would be unlikely to be recording this and you would be unlikely to be watching it on your computer or phone if it wasn't for Alan Turing. Known as the father of computer science, Alan Turing also helped crack the code which eventually led to the downfall of Hitler and us winning the Second World War. Aside from all this, he also started solving some of the greatest mathematical problems as a teenager when he was still in school, and he also came up with the Turing test, which, if you're interested, it's kind of to do with how you can know if a computer is conscious, if it can think. But of course there was one problem: he was gay. When Alan Turing lived, it was a crime to be gay, and so he, despite the fact that he had contributed so much to society, they gave him a choice. He could either go to prison or he could take hormones. This is what is known as chemical castration, and the way it works is it decreases your sex drive. So being gay isn't a problem anymore because you're no longer fantasizing or wanting to have sex with men. However, not only did this understandably make Alan Turing highly depressed, he also started noticing side effects. So, for example, he noticed that his brain wasn't working in the same way as it used to. It wasn't as fast, he wasn't making as fast connections, and obviously this made him feel really bad as well, and actually he ended up committing suicide. He poisoned himself with cyanide. So just let that sink in. He was 41, I believe. My point is, think about how much he accomplished by the age of 41. There was no need for him to die. He still had so much to give us, and if he had carried on living, you might not be viewing this on a little phone or on your computer screen. We might be the equivalent of, like, what, 30 years into the future, 50 years into the future. My point is, by this man dying, it set us as a race back so many years. Is it really worth it? Was that worth, like, his punishment? The thing is that I feel like when it comes to other people giving so much, it's not our business to know or to care about their personal lives, and it's not our business to care about anyone's personal life unless it is directly hurting us or somebody else. The point I was trying to make in this video is that by discriminating against gays and by limiting their rights, what are you doing? You're making them unhappy, you're making them angry. They're just people. It's exactly the same as if they try to say, oh no, straight people shouldn't be allowed to do these things, they shouldn't be allowed to do these normal things. So I'm just asking you to think about what consequences that might have on the human race as a whole. Like, what if these people who you are restricting would have something to give if they weren't so upset, if they weren't so angry at you? So how about, even if it's not your personal belief that gays should act on their desires, that gays should get married, that gays should have children, even if you don't think that, how about this? You vote for their rights anyway, you vote for them to be happy, because maybe one day they will give something back to you. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this has been at least interesting for you. After all, Alan Turing was a very interesting man, and I will see you again on another video.